Tuesday, February 26, the beast arising out of the earth. The first half of Revelation 13 describes the Roman Catholic power active during the prophetic period of 1260 days or years. With the events of the French Revolution, this religio-political system received a deadly wound. However, the mortal wound will eventually be healed, restoring this system to life. The second half of the chapter describes how the healing of the sea beast's deadly wound actually will happen. Question. Read Revelation chapter 13 verse 11. What are the characteristics of the second beast? In light of Revelation 12:14-16, what is the significance of the fact that this beast emerges out of the earth? Revelation 13 verse 11, And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spoke as a dragon. And Revelation 12:14-16, And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she was nourished for a time, and times, and half a time, from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth, and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. John observes the emergence of another beast. Unlike the first beast, the second beast arises out of the earth. This second beast is a world power with influence of the same calibre as the first beast. However, in contrast to the sea beast, which had a terrifying appearance, the earth beast appears harmless, at least at first. It has 2 horns like a lamb, as it said in Revelation 13:11. This lamb is a symbol for Christ. Thus, this end-time power appears to be Christ-like. This power arises in territory that protected the woman, a symbol of God's true church, from the dragon's persecuting flood at the conclusion of the 1260 days or years, as we read in Revelation 12 verses 14-16. This earth beast is obviously a new player on the scene, having arisen as a world power after the sea beast received the deadly wound during the events of the French Revolution, which means the earth beast is exclusively an end-time player. In the Great Controversy, page 440, we read, What nation of the New World was in 1798 rising into power, giving promise of strength and greatness, and attracting the attention of the world? The application of the symbol admits of no question. One nation, and only one, meets the specifications of this prophecy. It points unmistakably to the United States of America. End of quote. Revelation 13:11 shows, however, that America, largely Protestant, will eventually start speaking like the dragon, like the devil himself, with a worldwide influence similar to the Roman power. This end-time power will be instrumental in making the whole world worship the first beast, which received the deadly wound. In other words, the United States, which at one time had provided protection and a haven for the Church, at some point will play a persecuting role in last-day events. And to finish today, when the United States was first identified as the second beast of Revelation 13, it had nowhere near the power and influence it has now. How does this fact help affirm the identification of the United States as the power depicted in this prophecy? You have been listening to a reading of the Adult Sabbath School Bible Study Guide by Dr. Percy Harold from Queensland, Australia. This service is brought to you by Hope Channel, the Sabbath School Department, and Christian Services for the Blind. Remember, God is always faithful.